Mom and Dad, are you ready?
Today's word is stupendous.
You need some encouragement.
Stupendous marriage encouragement.
You need some inspiration.
The number one thing women need, I think I can speak for most women in marriages, is they need to feel safe and they need to feel cared for and valued in their marriage.
You're listening to the Stupendous Marriage Show
With our friends Stu and Lisa Gray.
Oh, loves that word. Stupendous.
The Stupendous Marriage Show.
Well, hello, it's a Stupendous Marriage Show. I'm Stu Gray.
Hey, I'm Lisa Gray.
This is a show where we talk about marriage questions that you send to us, which we appreciate. And you can text them our way, 1-615-592-1060. You can also send them via email on air at stupendousmarriage.com. That's what our show is all about.
We would just love to hear from you.
We would.
Yes.
So how are you? What's going on? How's life? How is the multiple things that we're trying to fix in our life, like our car and our microwave and, oh my goodness, what else is on the list? There's something else that we have. Oh, all the lights in our house.
Yeah.
Like getting new lights and things. It's good times right now.
I negotiate for a living, like that's what I do in real estate. A lot of people will be like, oh, I think real estate would be fun because I get to show houses. I wish showing houses is what real estate would really be about. Because it's not. Most of my job is spent managing the transaction, negotiating, working through problems, problem solving, and all those things. And so now we've been in this issue with our microwave not working and our home warranty company not covering it the way they should. And then our car's not running great. So we're thinking we probably need to replace it. And that involves a whole bunch of negotiations. And I just don't want to be an adult. I mean, it just gets so tiring. It's funny because in my profession, I don't know, I guess maybe it's because I'm negotiating for somebody else that's the issue for me.
Sure.
Because in my profession, I can do it all day long.
Yeah.
It's tiring, but it's a different mindset. But when it comes to us in our personal world, it just gets more weary at times where I'm just like, can I just go back to being a kid and not have these things to worry about? And I'm way past being a kid. So
Yeah, right. Well, it seems like everybody goes through that. There's seasons where it's like everything's fine, and then all of a sudden it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things load up, and it's like, oh, overwhelming.
Yeah.
And so we started the process of doing the car thing, and you've been doing lots of research, and
Yeah.
I'm really appreciating all of that you're doing
Thanks,
because
babe.
we want an SUV so we can help haul things and children and all that sort of stuff. So we've narrowed it down to several, and so we took our car in and got it evaluated and made it look pretty. And so sometimes you scare me though
Why?
with car salesmen.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like negotiating because you are good at that, but I mean like the physical driving the car to test drive. Because I think you test drive to scare the car salesman.
I do not.
I need to take it out on the highway and go tonight. Hold on, let me see how well this turns. You weren't as bad like yesterday when we did it, but I remember when we bought the car we had now, you were like freaked out, the car guy. I mean, because we got like back roads and we were like driving fast on the back. Hey, really gun it so we can feel what it feels like. And it's like,
Yeah. Well, so yesterday I drove one without you. You weren't with me. The sales guy that was helping me.
Did you freak out that guy? Because the first guy you didn't freak out.
No. I didn't actually freak him out. He told me about one time that he said, it's funny, you would think like he's been with people when they've driven Corvettes and Porsches and all these really fast cars. Mm-hmm. And he said, yeah, the one time that like really sincerely scared me was this lady driving a Buick Enclave with her children in the back, and she was all over the road. He said, like, literally, he was terrified. And he looked in the back seat, and the kids are just back there on their tablets just moving back and forth as she's going all over the road.
Awesome.
And I said to him, I was like, well, obviously that's the way she drives all the time. Because
Yeah,
the kids
they're
are
used
just,
to it, yeah.
they're just going with the flow. Yeah,
Wow.
Mom's driving. But he said he was literally afraid. Like, she was going so fast and taking corners so drastically. And I said, oh my gosh, I don't think I could do that for a living. I don't think I would trust other people, right, to get in the passenger seat and be like, just drive me somewhere. Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
That's funny. Yeah, that's crazy. So we hope this process is quick process,
Yes.
kind of getting it done and past that so we can move through the rest of the list. But we're glad you're here today. We do have an email coming up. You may not have thought about Valentine's Day yet, but it is right around the corner. Why don't you think about investing in your marriage this Valentine's Day? It's a thoughtful gift. The Lake Tahoe Couples Getaway. It happens later this year, and it's going to be amazing.
While you're there, you'll get to do lots of fun activities like going ice skating together, hiking, skiing, even ballroom dancing.
The Lake Tahoe Couples Getaway is a 4-day, 3-night retreat at the only waterfront resort located in Lake Tahoe. Mark Gungor will be there from Laugh Your Way to a Better Marriage. Lots of great music and worship with Brandon Heath and Chris August. Now through Valentine's Day, for Stupendous Marriage Show listeners, you'll get $100 off the retreat price. And they do offer monthly payment plans if it's something that you can't pay off right now. So that is super awesome. Go to TahoeCouplesGetaway.com/stupendous for your $100 off the retreat price between now and Valentine's Day. Again, TahoeCouplesGetaway.com/stupendous. Email today from onair@stupendousmarriage.com. Again, you can text them to us too, 1-615-592-1060. Here you go. I just stumbled on your podcast. I believe it's a sign. My wife and I have been together 7.5 years, married 2.5. We have 2 children together, but also have children from previous relationships. In the beginning, we had an amazing relationship. After our first daughter was born, an ex of mine got in contact with me. I felt like I was keeping it professional, but she would take it too far, talking about intimate times we had. I responded to 1 or 2 of those and realized it was a horrible thing to do and cut off contact completely. My wife found these messages, and that's where our whole relationship took a turn for the worse. Since then, she's had trust issues. We hit church hard, became believers, and would be in and out of the Word. When things were good, we weren't in the Word as much. When things were bad, we got back in the Word. No consistency. I recently had a one-night stand that I regret. I had to tell her about it, and it broke her heart. I have a lot of work to do to be me, and I'm doing it. She is in and out. 1 minute wants nothing to do with me. The next we are back together. It's confusing. I know she cares, but she says she wants to see what else is out there. She's afraid our relationship was toxic for so long that things will never change. I understand her, but I believe there's nothing that's happened that God can't heal. I want to find a way to show her this without being suffocating at the same time. I love her. I'm working on finding out the truth about why I did what I did. In the meantime, I sadly feel I'm the only one putting forth the effort, like she's already given up. Thanks.
Wow, that's really a pretty intense email. The thing that happens in relationships when there is trust broken, honestly, as much as you want to just make it better, it just takes time. And there may be a season where it is just one person, or so it seems, really making the effort. But that's kind of the consequence of the choice that you made. Okay, there may be a season that you don't feel connected, or that she's hot, cold. All you can do, because you can't change her, you can't control her, all you can do is take each day, honor her as best you can, put the effort forward as best you can, continue to pursue healing for yourself, and pray for her, and pray that she would not only forgive you, but that she would find healing in her own stuff, because I'm sure she has her own struggles, and understand that, like, this is what you've done. This is the consequence that you've gotten yourself into, and it sucks. Hands down, I'm so sorry it's happening and your guys are going through this, but it is what it is at this point in time. And I think you're doing a lot of really good things right now. And so focus on those positive things and try not to think about her hot, cold, trust, distrust. Let her kind of go through her journey while you go through yours.
Yeah, there are some basic things you need to do. Obviously, you've broken off contact with the ex. She needs to be deleted from contacts and everything like that. That needs to be a no-brainer. Mm-hmm. Then the affair partner also, break all contacts and never see her again. Get rid of all of that. That will help the trust increase in your wife. I don't know how that came about, the physical affair. Do you need to change people, places, things that you're doing? Is it a job person? Is it, where are you in relationship with that person? How did that come about? I don't know. That's something you have to think about. And then I think you're really trying to be honest and well, and that is good. And I would say continue to do that. You do have to acknowledge the fact that you screwed up. And she's going to be emotionally tender a lot of times, and that's going to come out in different ways. anger and distance and not knowing if she wants to be there. These are all things that wives do when you do these things, your side of things. It's a two-way street. You have to keep your side of the street clean, and she's got to keep her side of the street clean. And right now, yours is kind of messy. And, so she's very tender to that. So acknowledge that and humble yourself and have humility in this time of rebuilding trust. And also keep doing what you were doing. You need to physically work on yourself, spiritually, emotionally, personal growth. That's all of what this is, kind of all encompassing. Take care of yourself as a physical person, not trying to show her that you're physically taking care of yourself, but it'll help you mentally too. I mean, if you physically take care of yourself, it's like, you know what, I can get through this. Exercise has shown that, it helps your brain, it helps you get active, and so you don't dwell in the negative and the gross thoughts and feelings all the time. Because if you're constantly sitting in the negative and trying to win her back and you're fearful about where is she going, she's going to sense that. It just happens. And then she'll feel tied down, and that's not how you want your relationship to be. You want her to be free also, to have her emotions and her feelings and the things that she is going through. But grow and learn and share with her the things that you were learning. Be the attractive person that you were when you guys were dating. I mean, hey, I did this today, and share your day and share the wonderful things and be the cool, wonderful person you were that made her fall in love with you and help her fall in love with you again.
Right.
And continue to do the things that you need to do. Spiritually, it doesn't matter if you're far away from God or close to God. When you're good times, bad times, try to be more consistent with church going and being in relationship with people at church. Find a group of guys who are struggling or going through things or have success in this area and talk with them and get tips from them on how to stay clean, stay pure, and get back with your wife.
It's going to take time. You know, if you think about a cut on an arm or a broken bone, it takes a long time to heal those things. And really, it depends on the person of how long it takes.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm going to heal from a broken bone differently than you are.
Yeah.
And she's going to heal differently than anybody else. And you have to give her that space and really give her a lot of grace to allow her time to be able to work through her stuff, to learn forgiveness, to really see things that she may need to work on. And you need to give her space to do that. Honestly, every time it starts to come up that you start feeling fearful or wanting to control her or anything like that, you have to pause and go, no, I've got to trust that God has her and that he is going to heal this because I believe these things, and really write out the things that you believe about what God is going to do and who he is and who he can be to her. And really just surrender her to the Lord, right?
Yeah.
And surrender your marriage to the Lord. I think a lot of times for men, especially I think in our culture now, because women have gotten stronger than they used to be, it's really easy for a woman.
Or allowed to be stronger.
Right.
Yeah, and encouraged to be much more
encouraged,
stronger.
Our society is, you don't need a man. Right. You don't need a man. And that's great. But when you make that marriage covenant, you need to take a different role in the sense that you need to allow space for your husband to lead. Well, a lot of men don't know what that looks like. They don't know how to lead their wife. They don't know how to lead their family. And so as you continue to pursue, why did I make these decisions? What happened in me that caused me to go this direction? You are leading her. You are showing her an example of pursuing healing and moving towards God and towards her instead of away. And I think that's so amazing. I think a lot of men would just be like, you know what, I'm out, and not put the work in. But I think getting up every day knowing this is going to be work. I can't just let this be on cruise. I'm going to have to really be intentional for myself, for my family, for my children, to be able to learn to be a leader and to really unpack why you have made the choices you have. And then just give her tons of grace and love. And I think support for her would be really good if she's not in a small group.
Absolutely.
You know, walking with other godly women to learn what this process involves when you have to have forgiveness for your spouse when something like this has happened. And then also, as you said, a place for you, a safe place for you to be able to go to other men and just be like, and kind of vent and get it out of your system so that when you come home, you can be joyful and peaceful and a leader.
You did mention there are positive times as well right now because she's back and forth. Acknowledge those positive times and be thankful for them. And I just had this picture of a drop in a puddle or water. You know what I mean? You have a drop and then it ripples outwards. And I think those times are kind of like that drop in the water. They can ripple outward. So really, I don't know a better word to say.
Feed off of it?
Feed off of it,
Yeah.
not take advantage of. I
Right.
mean, that's what came to mind. That doesn't seem right, though. But be thankful for them and try to grow those moments with her. What does she like? How does she like to be loved? That will draw out positive things, and hopefully more of those can be connected together. So those drops become more often, and those ripples are move in a positive direction.
The number one thing women need, I think I can speak for most women in marriages, is they need to feel safe and they need to feel cared for and valued in their marriage. And obviously she's not feeling safe right now, right? She's not feeling like it's a safe place for her because she can't trust you. She can't give you her whole heart again because when she did, she got hurt, right? So she needs to get back to that place of feeling safe. And I think focusing on the positives, like what you were just talking about, is one of the ways to do that. Just inch by inch, grow her trust back. Every time that you say you're going to do something, whether it's taking out the trash or picking up the kids or taking her on a date, do it.
Yeah, be a man of your word.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
just continue to like, hey, I said I was going to be home for 5:30. Here I am. I'm home 5:30. I'm here. Just stand by what you say and just give her time to be able to start to learn how to give her heart back to you and be able to feel safe with you again and feel cared for and loved.
We'd love to hear an update in a couple months, see what's going on with you guys. Please do let us know on air at stupendousmarriage.com. And we would love to hear from you. If you've got a question for your marriage, 1-615-592-1060 is how you can text us, or that email on air at stupendousmarriage.com. That's it for right now.
See you next time. Yeah.
Like the show? Like the show.
Yeehaw.
Share the podcast. Tell another couple.
Hold on. Hold up.
Is it recording?
I don't know. Is that?
Yes, it has begun, finally.
And I'm eating my apple. Can I talk about what I want to talk about in the beginning?
Can I talk about what I want to talk about
Do you have
in the
something to talk
beginning? After our first daughter together, after our first get tips and tricks from, not tricks, but tips from them.
Okay, let's start over. Yeah.
Like the show? Like the show. Share the podcast. Tell your married friends.